You're back in the garden, YouTube. Um, I got these two beds planted out. In the middle, I've got navy beans in each one navy bean plant in each one. And I got tomatoes and peppers in the other spots. So that's what I did for that one. To be honest, I'll be glad when this stuff goes to seed. That way I can collect the seeds and plant other stuff there. Uh, Here I put in some, I think I already mentioned the Mexican sour gherkins, the little cucumber plants, but I put in three little melon plants. They're a type of muskmelon. I can't remember the name. Whatever. This over here is Brad, and this was the other watermelon that I had. And I threw in, these are some type of melon, if I'm not mistaken as well. I'll be honest and tell you, I forgot the name of those as well. I've got three of those in there, two tomatoes in the middle. Um, the most of that bed is a little different than the other beds. Most of that bed is that black cow manure, because honestly, I'm running out of stuff here. I got charcoal. I got a little bit of cocoa coir left. Um, I got a little bit of the aerate left, but I have no more of the compost. That's all gone. Um, and I have a little bit of worm castings, not much. So yeah, I'm running out of soil here, but I think I might just have to buy a little bit, but it's okay. Um, I got these beds set up over here. This is a weedy mess. This was covered with about 3 inches of pine needles from this huge pine tree. Um, as you can see, it's still some down there. I raked up a whole lot of it here. I kind of use this as mulch, and I'm gonna let this compost down. Pine needles actually break down into some pretty nice stuff. But anyway, I got some weeds to pull. I'm gonna wait till it rains, and I'm gonna pull those weeds and make fertilizer out of them. And I'll show you a video on that. It's gonna be my first time trying that, but I think it's a good thing to do because these weeds that get tall like this, I'm sick of them. I don't mind the grass really. I mean, I don't love the grass. See over here, this is mostly grass. I mean, there's weeds in there, but mostly grass. Over here, grass, and then slowly but surely, the weeds were the only thing that would live when this was covered with pine straw. So, yeah, weeds, your days are numbered. I'm gonna fill those up. I'm gonna put tomatoes and peppers over there. I'm running out of places to plant, people, but tomatoes and peppers are the main things that I have left. I have some borage left and roselle, or sorrel, whichever one you want to call it. Um, I have to figure out what I'm gonna. I don't know if the roselle, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm not doing that in containers, but the borage I might do. I got some pretty big pots I could do that in. But anyway, um, that's what I got going on up here. Let's take a trip around to the other parts of the yard here, so I can show. Oh well, I didn't finish showing you this stuff. Um, I fertilized this stuff and it greened up a lot more. It needed some nitrogen to it. That over there needs a bit more, but it is flowering. But you can see the comparison between the leaves: green, pale, green, pale. So yeah, I'm gonna hit that with some. I got some fertilizer in there. Lots of beautiful squash flowers. But I'm probably gonna pluck the majority of these off because they're all guys still, no girls, all guys. Over there, same thing with the cucumbers, and this is new. This melon is getting some action here. It's getting some flowers on it. It's growing pretty good actually. Uh, any girls? Let's see. No girls, just guys. But the bean plants have beans on them. These are still doing good. They're getting hit a little bit by some caterpillars. I've plucked off maybe 4 caterpillars or so. I'm not too awful worried about it. These are Brussels sprouts, so the leaves aren't my main concern. Um, that over there, I harvested all the broccoli and all the cauliflower. Um, The broccoli, I'm gonna see if it's gonna sprout back again. I think it is. I think I see a few little sprouts. Let's see. Yeah, if you look in there, you'll see some. There's some sprouts there. Um, there's one in there too. So it's sprouting, but I did take the cauliflower heads off. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll try to sprout another little cauliflower head off to the side or something. I'm not saying I'll collect the cauliflower. I don't know. It depends on how it looks, how big it is, or whatever. But what I may do is just let the cauliflower and the broccoli go to seed, and then after the seeds, I can get this out of here because I really need the space. I'm running out of space because the Brussels sprouts won't be done for a while yet. This corn plant here is doing great. It's growing like a weed, literally. Onions. Well, this is elephant garlic. Still looking good on those. Still looking good on those. So everything looks good up here. Celery completely just taken off, and this little I'm losing my mind. Cucumber plant. This cucumber plant, it has a little tendril now, and looks like it's gonna try to start making some blooms soon. This one over here, what the? There's something flying on. Why is it that every time I get ready to film, the bugs show up? Anyway, there's a little cucumber down there as well. Over here, I pulled that celery that wasn't doing anything, and I put in some of my pepper babies. This is a cucumber. This is a cucumber. This is a weed. So the garlic and stuff in there is still looking good too. Show you the work I've done over here. I got all that sprouted. I think I showed you that before. We got some more sprouts. There's about 5 or 6 of them, and a couple more coming up. This is the work that I really got done though. Potted up all those peppers. I still got a few peppers in there that are still looking good. I think I may sell pepper plants. And I'm gonna sell them really cheap because I'm not even gonna wait for them to get that big. I'm probably gonna pot the rest of these up, put them in cups, go get some cups from the dollar store, put them in cups, and probably sell them for like 25 cents a piece. There's probably, I don't know, maybe $5, $10, maybe five or $7.50 in there. I don't know, sometimes you never know. But this is $12 if I were to sell these like this, which I may sell these and keep those. I don't know, but I may sell them for 25 cents, 50 cents a piece or something. If I sell them for 25 cents a piece, that's $12. If I sell them for 50 cents a piece, it's double that. So that tomato there is doing good. That's the variety I grew last year, the bush variety that I grew. That was a volunteer. Those around it are the same thing, but the one in the middle is outgrowing the other ones by far. I'll probably give all those a chance though. I'm so lighthearted I can't hardly. All of these are just tomatoes that are still in here. These are the tomatoes that I need to quickly try to get in the bed out into the yard because they're getting too tall in here. Same thing with this group of peppers, tomatoes. This is my little roselle or sorrel. I had like 12 seeds and some of them came up, but like I said, fungus gnats and stuff got to them. This is okra here. It's starting to get big. I need to get it out of here. White and regular purple borage. The cilantro's still looking good. But yeah, I got to get that stuff out of there. It's getting a little too warm for it and whatever. Tomato City still looking good. Once again, I've got to get rid of these and see some of the tomatoes I want to sell. I know I probably could sell them, but see, I made a mistake. I didn't label them. Well, I did label them. And then I repotted them, and I just was in such a rush. I didn't label them after repotting them. So I've got a mixture of World's Smallest, Rutgers, and Homestead, and actually 3 colors of World's Smallest. The yellow, the regular red ones and the orange ones. Um, I've got some Rutgers in here. I've got some Homestead tomato in here. Uh, I've got some everything. What kind of creature is this? Somebody tell me what kind of bug that is. Anyway, orange tree got more blossoms. You can see this strange thing that's pollinating it. I won't bother it, but I want to come on the other side, so I don't want it to fly away. I want it to do its pollination business. You can see these little oranges. They're getting bigger, so, and it looks like my tree's gonna be kind of loaded down here. If you see all these green balls, um, there are lots of them. They're just kind of all over, kind of hidden in different places. So it looks like that's gonna be loaded down on my I'm gonna film in the morning more, man. I get good light in the morning. Like my camera's focusing, things are working for me. Anyway, quite a few what are these? See, when they're round like this, they're gonna be uh, flowers. I learned that last year when I got 2 flowers. So there's two, and there's two, and there's some, and there's some down in here, and just all over. So the guava's putting on flowers. Um, fig's just doing what it does. There's really not much to show here, guys, on the fig. It just does what it does. Peaches. You can see a lot more green on the peaches now. They're really growing. Um, Still no blooms on the apple, but this was just a shoot. Look how far it's grown already. This apple tree grows like ridiculously fast. It's crazy how fast it grows. I mean, I think these leaves sprouted out. It started budding out like a month ago, maybe. It's grown. That's a good foot. That's a foot. That over there, that is almost a foot. So, herbs still doing their thing. I've got some new little stuff trying to come in down around the bottom somewhere. Uh, can I get it on film? See that in there? It's trying. That's some basil, I think. That freaking spider is the bane of my existence. He comes back every time I knock him down. Never fail. But anyway, pear trees, nothing much to see but leaves. Peaches, just a lot more green growth everywhere. You see these peaches here. Peach on the end of that branch. That's kind of into the sun, but can you see that peach dangling in there when the sun's not like right there? I know it's difficult to see when I'm shining it right in the sun, but yeah, peach is looking good. Let's move on to thought some more of the watermelons were gonna die out. Not so much. They actually look like they're getting healthier. Now this one's actually making a leaf, guys. I can't believe it. I can see which one's the strongest. This one's pretty strong, and so is this one. So I'm gonna have to call that. Mosquitoes, boy, I tell you, it never fails. Doesn't take long for them to find me. Got that sweet blood. Anyway, these are looking a lot less, good. I actually, right there in the middle, I'm thinking about throwing in a tomato because these aren't looking that good at all anyway. I don't even know if those will make melons. They look so weak. Like I said, the seeds from these two were old seeds. And they also were seeds from a melon I got from the grocery store. And it may have something to do with it as well. Sometimes you just never know. These things look beautiful. They have flowers all over them. Still not seeing any girls. Ladies, where are you? You're the ones that produce the fruit. Anyway, like I said, cucumbers. But they're looking good. They're liking the shade so far. They haven't drooped once. I haven't hardly had to water them. I have watered them. Haven't had to fertilize them. Oh, and that little lone potato up under there, it's still looking good. I mean, something ripped the leaves, but these cucumbers, same thing. Haven't had a problem out of them. They're growing beautifully. Carrots are growing pretty good. The little thingies, the little green thingies, green leaves are getting taller. So hopefully the roots under there are getting well established. So maybe I'll have some decent carrots. Um, Potatoes. Let's see. They were waist high. Now they're chest height. Now I guess you could say. Um, they're pretty freaking tall. All of this is potato. All of it. You can see how pretty they are. Look how pretty the leaves and stuff are. It's really, really nice. Okay, so you're blurry back here, but then good up close, which is crazy. Anyway, I have put some more in there. Can't see it, it's dark. I put some more in there. I may heal that one more time, and then that'll be a wrap. But I may just leave it like it is. But all of this, you can just see all this, how pretty it is. It's gorgeous. At least to me. So, as far as the beans, flowers, but wait. I come out here and I like to find the new ones. There are new flowers every day. New flowers every day. Okay, the potato has been looped in. But you can see here. Yeah, you can see those beans. 3 beans there. Here's another one. Still have the petals on it. That's another one. That's another one. Here's another one. And these they're still kind of skinny. Like I'm not gonna let them get too big before I pick them. I did pick one day, and it was about like that. And it needed some more time on there. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't, like I know they can taste if I wait a little longer. So you just kind of see all the beans. I'm sure there's some on this one too. Yeah, there's one. There's one out here somewhere, unless a squirrel got it. I hope not. Squirrels better leave my peas alone. But yeah, I can't wait to really kind of start picking off those real good. They're falling all out of the... I keep trying to... And I get them to kind of like, latch on. But then more grows and they just continue to fall outside the... Yeah, it's hopeless. So, the tomatillo and the beans, doing great. Anyway, we got some flowers on the tomatillo. We got some flowers. The beans are looking real nice and green. They seem to like it back here too, with less intensity of light. This tomatillo is getting really tall. I'm gonna have to put a cage on it, probably. I don't know. The last time I grew a tomatillo, it actually didn't need a cage. The stem was so woody that it actually held its own. Blueberry, same thing. No blueberries. I just want it to grow though. I'm gonna really start babying that thing and fertilizing it. Now over here is where I like to come. First of all, look how big these leaves are. I mean, I know blackberry, can get... I'm used to the wild blackberry though. Wild blackberry leaves don't really get this big. But the cool thing is, look at that berry. Look at those berries. Look at there. Where else? Look there. So this is gonna be pretty good. I mean, this isn't, a ton for blackberries. It's really not. But for this to be a $2 plant that didn't do anything last year because it had been neglected so much, by the time I'd gotten it last year, it was just about dead when I got it. And so for it to, last all winter and then, put on some new growth. And apparently it's primocane because it's flowering on new growth. Um, and who knows, it might flower on the old growth next year. I think the original growth that was there just wasn't strong enough because, like I said, it was a $2 clearance plant that, you know, they'd marked down. I hate I didn't. If I had bought them the day before, I could have got 10 of them. And I hate I didn't. I waited a day later and somebody had got all of them. And all that was left was a bunch of blueberries and this one blackberry. But anyway, yeah. And look here, new leaves right there. You can see the old leaves are dark green. It's two new little sets. It's still pushing out growth, so it still might push out some more berries.